Hard.
And it's a recording and
Why are we here?
started by you. Now, is this supposed to be
Are
up
we not
there?
connected? Oh, okay.
So, Dan's not around? Dan's not around.
I don't.
I didn't see his car out there either.
Call the meeting order.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's the next chair, right? He's telling you it's not already after next week.
Yeah, well, I can't pay any attention to him now until next week. So what time is it? It's now 5:30, the witching hour. I, as the chairman of the Board of Assessors for the last time this season, will say I'm going to call the meeting to order. And since we're online, we all have to use our names. So O'Brien says yay.
Kevin Rodden present.
Kersey present.
Okay, there we go. Our meeting is started.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 31st meeting as circulated.
Kersey second.
Okay, as, what, you have a what? You have a change?
No, I'm just saying that was Rodden who made the motion.
Yeah, yes, okay. All right, and this was March 31st?
Yeah, which was circulated,
And there you go, Mr. Clerk, if you could autograph that. I heard a motion made and seconded to approve the meetings of March 31st. All those in favor, please say aye, followed by your name.
Rodden, aye.
Kersey, aye.
And O'Brien, aye. All right, what else we have? And the next item on the agenda is?
Next item on the agenda is, this is a release on a 61A lien that should have been released 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's the property? It says 27 Pleasant Street. 4.64 acres.
Who had it?
Who had it? Blaine and Alma
Oh, okay.
Hawks.
It's the land went to the former treasure collector's house.
Is that this house?
Slender's house, yeah.
But it should have been addressed how many years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. The house was built longer than 3 years.
Is that the property next to it?
I think
It's
the
property next to it.
A certain parcel of land, more particular is granted than the
Yeah,
deed.
the land is still technically under the state of Blaine and Alma, even though, what's his name is running it. And it's still.
Yeah, it's just, the lawyer had, they're doing something on the land and they had called up about it, and it's like, I don't see anything recorded for a lien. And then I went into the files and started looking at the folders and everything, found the folder on that with the letter saying, yep, you're not under 61A and,
But nobody ever.
but nobody ever released the lien.
Right.
Enclosed, please find the recorded release of classified land for the property located at 27.
No, it's paperwork from Howard.
Well, this is just a paperwork snafu over the years,
Yes,
So we've been.
because I did
charging
remember.
our taxes of that 3 years. already.
yes, they've
Yes.
never received the
Discount.
discount for the land or anything, so there's no rollback tax or anything.
Well,
to
because
deal with it.
here's,
That's the original lien, and when they were notified that they didn't qualify, basically, the release was never recorded.
Yeah, that's like.
this is a release,
Yes,
but that was
Well,
never recorded?
the release was, that is the original lien. What you're signing right now is the release of that.
That's what this document says that I'm looking at. Yeah, I understand that. Just look at that. That's a release.
And this did not show up. I read up real quick.
But see that,
Yep,
that went
it's
to the registry.
recorded, so disregard that, please.
I took the liberty at signing it anyway. Next item on the agenda.
Next item.
Now that we got that solved. Listen, it saved $105.
Yeah. I received a letter today from, the law office of Gerald Shubra.
Sure.
Shubru. They want to set up a meeting in regards to, Perk property on Uxbridge Street. They're saying that there's a parcel of land that they believe they own. This is a copy of the,
It's Shapiro's.
yeah,
Explain.
That Chagru owns or Quirk owns?
that Perk owns.
What about it?
Right now, that little triangular piece that's outlined, they're saying that, they believe that they own it, but, so Perk owns it.
And who do you say owns it?
Well, who does Shapiro represent?
Perk,
Okay, so who do we say owns it?
nobody. It's not even on our tax rolls.
Okay, then I think that we should probably, wait a second, before we need to look at the parcel next to it. This one over here. If
Is
it's-
owned by Perk.
Okay, but have these been combined in any shape, form, or
No.
fashion?
Nope,
Because you can combine,
right, but the,
tax
the
purposes.
deed does not reference that particular lot.
Okay. Is
And
there
neither
any-
does the plan,
okay, so you're talking about the meets and bounds don't cover that.
right?
And they
Okay.
want to pay taxes.
Yep,
Well, but wait a minute, let's find out who owns it. You just can't give it to them.
Nobody owns it right now.
Well, that's not true. I don't believe that. So,
Wait,
did,
so who owns right next to it?
okay, so the,
Where's the restaurant?
restaurant is
Here.
here,
No.
this is, no, the
North
restaurant,
is
there is
that
no,
way.
This is on Nipmuc. This
Yeah,
is next to the Myriad.
no, it's across the street from, Thornton Street. I can't read it, but I know that's Thornton Street.
Well,
yeah.
And then this is
Nipmuc
all the fill-in area.
Drive.
Yeah, right.
So if that's Nipmuc Drive,
The restaurant's up here.
What restaurant? Name it.
The steakhouse is up here.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
It has nothing to do with the steakhouse.
There's no in there.
No.
Steakhouse is to your right, way to your right.
Steakhouse is back over here.
Okay.
This is Thornton.
Kevin,
yeah,
it's Thornton Street.
Yeah.
That means that the steakhouse is east of Thornton Street.
Yeah, way over here.
Why? That's west.
Never mind. This is Uxbridge. That's Mendon. Thornton's near Uxbridge.
Where's Uxbridge?
That way. So the
No.
steakhouse is up.
You have your orientation off.
No, I don't.
no, he's holding it this way.
Oh, well, then turn the map right side up, Kevin.
But wait a second.
I'm doing it so I can locate the parcel in my brain.
Nipmuc Road here on here, it's not here. That road's not there anymore.
Nipmuc Drive is gone.
That's gone.
All this is the fill.
The Phil and George is in a butter over there. George's is right next to there.
Well,
George is
it's not a Butters, but yes,
George's is right here.
he's
George
over.
is this one.
This road
yeah,
doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, well,
This is George's, correct?
Yeah, and that's George's here.
Right.
now
This
I
is-
have to ask another question.
This is the.
You say it doesn't exist. Was it a private way
We don't
or
know.
was it a town way? And if it was a town way,
We abandoned
town-
it by a town meeting vote.
when did they abandon it?
Oh, like 15 years ago.
I don't remember that.
It was under Lonnie Tenio because he had a hand in this thing.
You have a better memory than I.
Oh, I remember it because
So who owns this parcel right here? At George's?
I think so.
this is George's right here.
I can't see the numbers, but yes, he's pointing to the same thing you want.
That's George's.
Yes,
Okay, this is all the fill
correct.
because this road has been abandoned all the way out
To Nipmuc.
to Nipmuc Drive has been abandoned all the way that way.
And who owns this property here?
Well, no, it was only, excuse me, it was only abandoned to Park Street.
Okay, to Park Street.
So does he have any deeds or any history with this or
That's what
any
he was
research
wondering.
done? Or-
Yeah, I mean, I downloaded the deed,
From him?
for Quirk,
For this piece.
yes. And it referenced this plan that was drawn up in 1963,
Yeah.
and it does not show that triangular piece as being
Well-
part of it.
Yeah,
To me, the easiest thing is let lawyer Shabru come in here and show us why they think they own that.
He doesn't have to come in, he just has to send it stuff to us.
Well,
He doesn't have to come in, I don't necessarily want to see him. But he could very easily do the title search and go back to proving where it's there.
if they're claiming they own it, then let them come in, let them show us.
Right, we don't have to, don't you spend any time hunting it down, you have other things to do.
It says Greenwood, H Greenwood for that piece of property. H Greenwood.
And who's H. Greenwood?
I don't know, that's what it says on this plot plan. So whenever they drew it up, this is that plot. Right there says H Greenwood for the owner.
Okay, then if you first of all, I think the response to Mr. Shagru should be, please send us the proof that you own it.
Right. Yeah, where is the letter? Let me read the letter.
Oops, sorry.
Let me read the letter, okay, so.
Three Stooges, yeah.
It says, Uxbridge Road, Mendon, dear members of the board, on behalf of John and James Quirk, the principals of the Quirk Family Trust, I would like to request a meeting with the board to discuss a small parcel of land on Uxbridge Road, which is adjacent to or part of their property and which you have designated as owner unknown. Please contact me to discuss an agreeable time to meet with the Quirks and myself. The issue really becomes that you just have to show us that you own it, and that is in a title search.
Well, they
So
didn't say they own it.
They have to record it with the Worcester County Registry of Deeds though, and then show it to us. So they have to prove.
No.
the Worcester County Registry of Deeds.
Or go to
No.
land court.
Yeah,
Okay,
we don't. You
To,
can't give
to
land.
help Dave, that they would have to go through either land court or Worcester County Deeds, do a title search
Mhm.
and show where they own it.
Exactly.
But now I just want
We
to,
don't grant ownership.
Correct.
we don't grant ownership, and
The registry.
we also don't do your legwork.
Yeah.
That's what you get paid the big bucks for. But let me also say this, he said, which is an adjacent to or part of the property which, and which you have designated as owner unknown. So,
I have no problem having Mr. Attorney Shagru come into a future
Oh, yeah.
meeting with his clients and show us his proof, or where we direct him the steps to gain ownership.
I will not direct him, he's a lawyer. You're the chief of police, did I tell you how to run it?
I agree with that. I would say the same. They come in and show us that they own it, bring a deed in, bring
Yes.
something from land court, and that's it.
Right.
We're not designating
But I
anything
have
until
No, we
you give
don't,
us proof.
but I have no problem meeting with them.
No either, no.
Well, I don't have a problem meeting with him, but I would like to spend more time reading the paperwork that they're gonna send in. Because the idea of handing me paperwork and expecting me to read it and comprehend it right now is futile.
So we request that we get the paperwork in advance.
Yeah.
We'll set up a
And
meeting.
then we'll set up a meeting.
If you want to send us paperwork that shows proof of ownership somehow through either the land court or Worcester County Deeds, and we're happy to review it ahead of time and then meet with you.
And I also put
Period.
in though that the board does not have the power to declare who is the owner of a piece of land.
I think that's a moot issue.
Yeah, the lawyer should know that.
I think it should.
Yeah,
be
but
said.
it's a moot issue in my book.
Yeah,
If the police chief knows that, the lawyer should know it.
Yeah, the police chief knows it.
the clerks might not know.
Oh, please.
But they're paying this guy.
All right. But we want to, that's the compromise, okay?
Yeah. They're paying this guy.
Next,
What was the next item? Pause. We're gonna pause for a second
Yeah, let me-
to allow the stenographer to
All right,
continue
sorry.
stenographing.
can I keep this?
This might be the most talking I've done all
Yeah, yeah,
any
yeah.
meeting so far this
Um,
year.
Well, you're doing good.
So this letter that, we're gonna send the attorney letter requesting any paperwork that they
We wanna
have
review in
regarding
advance
to review in advance,
Of
for
any possible
potential.
meeting,
And once we receive that, we'll schedule a meeting time,
possibly scheduled.
possible.
Just say in advance of any possible meeting.
Yeah, because if they have nothing, then there's nothing to meet about.
Something tells me when I go in to eat dinner this Sunday, I'm gonna get my arm twisted.
That's nice. What's going on over there?
That's where they have the thing before the planning board to build the new warehouse.
I have no idea what, it's in front of the planning board? You're digging a hole?
There's a plan to put 2 light warehouse buildings on that giant hillside.
What a great thing to put right on the main street of the town.
Well, look what the town did. They put a fucking storage center. You come down from Hopedale and you greet the town. When we had the one.
Kevin, you gotta get out of here by 6:15. Keep it going.
Yeah, but when we had the one.
You
next
got
to-
30 minutes.
When I was on the planning board, we had the one next to the end zone. We worked with them for the colors and the way it was facing, so it blends in with the scenery. Now you come down on the other side, you get this ugly storage center that makes this a flea market. That's what the select board did. Instead of getting a medical office or something.
Okay, the next thing on the agenda
Is,
is, I have typed up, a new RFP, for our evaluation program, because our current contract runs out as of June 30th of this year, for this fiscal year.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took the original RFP that I found in the folder and just retyped it up for fiscal 2026 through 2028, and changed the dates and put it that the proposals would be due until 4 PM on June 23rd, 2025.
You have
Okay.
to, put that on combine. Oh, no, that's fair. It has to be public bid.
Yeah,
Right. So you may
yeah,
not,
so we're going,
well, actually, that's like every 2 weeks, so. Who's the,
why 26 through 28? That's like 2 years.
26, 27, 28, 3 years.
I'm not very good with numbers.
Yeah.
who's,
Feel great for the people in Uxbridge.
who handles all the procurement now?
Well, I'm looking at this thing and I'm,
Yeah,
it's just, it's
discussed with
not
them,
working right.
Getting it out. of-
Yeah, I wanted to present this to the board to let you know that this is what's happening, and then I
Okay.
need to bring it over to Jeremy to,
You don't need our approval to send that.
okay.
Just
No, well,
information.
I just
Nope, she's doing her job.
letting you know that this RFP
Okay.
is gonna be going out
It's the
for,
only forum she can talk to all three of us at once.
seriously.
Fine.
That's official, that is correcto.
Yeah, that's
And I don't
fine.
ever wanna be,
Because I got a big one out too, so. Okay, just make sure Jeremy sends it out to all the proper places.
Yeah, I'll go over.
It does say, container.
Oh, yes, it does.
Right, that clears everybody.
Yeah.
What does it say?
PK system, so you get one bid. Just like mine says Tyler, so you get one bid back.
When you get a chance, I would just like a copy of that,
So.
or electronically send it to me.
Yeah, could you send one to me?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because I got a 30-page one and I'd rather.
yeah, I don't want 30 pages either. This, what is this, 4?
Yeah, that's what I want.
1, 2, 4, 5?
I don't need one.
Well, it's double-sided. It's 18 pages altogether.
18
You
pages.
gotta do that with all the procurement laws. It's a pain in the.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so the next thing is, actually going over the, 3 ABC.
Ah, good.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Is that in public or is that in executive?
That's
That's
under executive
that's
session.
executive session.
See you, folks.
I would like to make him, this is Kevin Rudden, I make a motion to go into executive session for reason number 7, to comply with or act under the authority of any general or special law or federal grant requirements, and specifically to review the 3 ABC charitable applications and discuss 33 Cape Road and application for 131 North Avenue.
We'll come back into open session, right?
No,
And we will only come back to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Courtesy second.
All right, all those in favor, hearing,
But I
Courtesy aye.
and O'Brien says aye.
kill it.
All right, so now, just so that everybody knows, I just want to let them know what that is. 3 ABCs are the
Charitable.
charitable paperwork that is submitted annually by all charities who are looking for a real estate tax exemption status. And by law, they are confidential. They're not open to the public. So we have to go into executive session. Thank you for joining us tonight. And that will be all, because we're coming back only to adjourn. And all right, so I'm going to hit the leave button, right?
Mhm.
Bye-bye.